So here's something that shows us, perhaps, that Plato really was trying to share with us factual events and not just a story. Before Plato describes Atlantis, he actually starts off by describing how Greece was back around the same time of Atlantis. He says about the previous Greece, "But the earth has fallen away all around and sunk out of sight. The consequence is that in comparison of what then was, there are remaining only the bones of the wasted body, as they may be called, as in the case of small islands, all the richer and softer parts of the soil having fallen away, and the mere skeleton of the land being left." You see, Plato has already shared with us that around the same time that Atlantis was destroyed, which happened after the battle between Atlantis and Greece, where Greece actually defeated Atlantis those multi-thousand years ago, that tragedy struck both Atlantis and Greece. And so apparently Greece used to have much more land that was very fertile. And I remember reading that in one day and night of incredible pouring rain, and with earthquakes included, that much of the land, as it says here, sank away out of sight, only leaving a skeleton of little islands, the soil basically liquefying and falling away. And I wonder if that's what happened here. So here, we actually can see that this land around here does look like it's closer to the surface of the water than this part of the sea here, where it's darker, 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 right? This area looks like kind of what Plato's describing as a skeleton of land remaining. You gotta wonder if that's what he is referring to. Let's take a look at it. It really does look like a skeleton of something that used to be. And I wonder if that's the area that he's referring to. Let's see if we can take a look at this in more of a 3D type of setting. Here comes the magic, baby. So here we are looking at the 3D version of what is under the water right now. And the first thing that stands out to me is it looks like you have a little square area right here. Wow, really square. I almost wonder, I'm not going to look into it, but I almost wonder if this could have been a fault line similar to the one in California, San Andreas Fault, and looks like just deep parts all along here, or perhaps some liquefaction may have happened, who knows. This up here, where it's actually the deepest, if you look here, it's actually the deepest just before you get to this landmass here, which is Crete. Boy, if this doesn't look like a skeleton of what used to be possibly land, and if this could have been a big earthquake that caused a lot of the land to disappear. Really quite fascinating to see what could be what Plato is describing as a real historical event that happened long before Plato's time. So this information he was accessing maybe was accurate ancient history. But I think he starts off with the story about Greece just to let us know that, as he repeats throughout his writings, that these are not just stories, but true history of events.